In this video, we're going to look at the order of operations. The order of operations is the order in which you should do a sum that has different operators in it. So operators would be plus, minus, multiply, divide, and then any brackets or powers where we need to decide what order we're going to do them in as well. So the mnemonic we use to remember the order we do these is on the left of the screen just here. It's BEMDAS. You might also see BOMDAS or BIMDAS different times in different textbooks or different explanations, and I'll talk about that in a second. So each of these letters obviously stands for something. The B stands for brackets. And that means you do any sum that is inside a bracket before you do anything that is outside the bracket. So that's the first protocol. The E stands for exponential. You might also see that as an O, which it would stand for orders, or you might see it as an I and it stands for indices. And that's just anything that is raised to a power. You've got to have to do that after you do the brackets. Next up we've got M, which is multiply. We've got D, which is divide. We've got A, which is add. And we've got S, which is subtract. Okay, so let's take a look at an example of a sum and how we would apply BEMDAS rule to it. So our sum that we'll take a look at is going to be 3 to the power of 2 plus 9 times 4 minus, and then in brackets 3 plus 1 multiplied by 7 and then divided by 2. Okay, so we'll go through this bit by bit. Our first step is going to be brackets. So inside our brackets we have 3 plus 1, which is 4. And then we can fill in everything around that. So we got 3 squared plus 9 times 4 minus our 4 from our brackets, and then times 7 and divided by 2. And the mistake some people would make at this point is they would take the 4 from the 4 and get 0 in the middle here. But we're not going to do that because we're following the order of these on the left. Our next one after we've done our brackets is exponential. And that'll be our first term here, 3 to the power of 2, or 3 squared. That means it's 3 multiplied by 3, so we get 9. So 9 plus 9 multiplied by 4 minus 4 multiplied by 7 divided by 2. So that's our exponential. Next up, we're going to do all of our multiplies. So we've got 2 and then we've got 9 times 4 and we have 4 times 7. So 9 times 4 is 36. And our minus is still going to stay the same, and then our 4 times 7, that's going to be 28. And that is still going to be divided by 2. So after we've done our multiply, next up is our divide. So 9 plus 36, that doesn't change. Our minus won't change, but 28 divided by 2, that's 14. That does change something there. Then we're going to have our addition, so 9 plus 36 is 45. And very last we've got our subtraction, 45 take away 14 is 31. And that is how the order of operations works.